Hey everybody, what an amazing summer we are having so far. First there was Baby Driver that came out just a couple weeks ago. Then we had War for the Planet of the Apes, Big Sick, and now Dunkirk. This summer has honestly felt so different from most summers of the past, where a lot of the really good Hollywood blockbuster films come out in the fall, and most of the stuff that are just super fun and actiony are coming out in the summer. But the good thing about these action movies is that they're actually good. Dunkirk is the newest film by Christopher Nolan, of Prestige, Memento, Dark Knight trilogy, Interstellar, Inception, and the following, Insomnia. I'm sure I forgot a couple. But yeah, Christopher Nolan, this is his newest film, and it's only 106 minutes. It is literally the Battle of Dunkirk, or more of a survival story, as he really wanted to portray this. And I could see in all of the portrayals, there was no main character in this story. It was a rescue mission because the Germans had the French and the English trapped on this beachfront, getting bombed 24/7. So really, I really don't want to talk about it too much in a plot, because it really doesn't have too much of a plot. It follows a few characters, however, it really doesn't focus on those characters. It just focuses on the survival aspect of it, and that's something about this film that I really, really enjoyed. On top of the cinematography that was just gorgeous, but also awe-inspiring, and also I was on the edge of my seat several moments in the film, especially when the dive bombers, the airplanes, were coming towards the English and the French, and they had to duck and dive and had to survive and had to jump off ships. And it was an amazing, but also it was a very visceral experience. Another thing I really enjoyed about this film was just the time length, and it just felt like it didn't really have to give you too much, and it really didn't have to wow you with any of the plots. It literally was the survival story. There was a couple of main characters, like I said, in this movie. There was Tom Hardy, there was Cillian Murphy, there was Mark Rylance. These are several big name actors, but it really didn't focus on them, and that's something I really enjoyed about this film. I can tell that this is the type of movie that I would want to see. Now, for some negatives, there are just a couple, and I would say the first one, all right off the bat, there really isn't anyone to get connected to in a story, the story element, because the way that Christopher Nolan set up this film, it wasn't a character piece. There was no character development. There was just characters in a situation, and that's something that I could see potentially a lot of people not liking or not enjoying. The second thing that I thought was a little odd was the night and day kind of aspects of the film that were happening simultaneously, because the film kept going back and forth between all these different characters, and some of the times it was like dark, pitch black darkness. Some of it was really foggy. Some of it was super shiny, and it just really didn't make any sense, because I know they're not too far away from each other. Dunkirk is not too far away from the English Channel. A lot of them commented on how close they can see England. They could see home, a lot of them, and that's something that made this movie a lot more powerful. So they're so close to home, yet they're so trapped on this beach, getting gunned down and bombed daily. And it's a very powerful film, visually, and driven by the characters who really don't need names, nor do they need a big, action setup for just them. This is a movie about humanity, and that's something I really enjoyed about this film. This is something that I would highly recommend. If I had to say anything, I would say I'd give it a 5 out of 5. There's a few complaints that I can understand from some people who would not like this film. However, this movie is perfect for me. Go own this movie in any capacity you can, or go watch it. The sound effects, go watch this in theater, because a lot of the things that were really chilling and also just awe-inspiring about this film was the sound of many of just the Unabomber planes and gunfires, and just the score. The score was fantastic. I believe Hans Zimmer did it again for Christopher Nolan. He's very well known for working together, those two. And so I definitely recommend this movie. Let me know what you think down below. I actually want to hear your thoughts on Dunkirk, if you liked it or you didn't like it. Leave a like, a comment, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time. I'm not jonesing around.